Wow, so right. It's crazy. Hello, Jimmy. I automatically often say I am Mimo. It's a name that somehow comes out of me. Does Mimo or Mimo means anything? Sorry, I don't know yet. Okay. The name of Mimo creates a quick, versatile, analytical, and clever mind. I think you are it. You are Mimo. So it is a name that signifies a freedom-loving and a free-spirited individual. Nothing is conventional with your love of change and adventure. Nothing is conventional with your love of change and adventure. Okay, you welcome any change or adventure. You make sensible decisions very quickly, especially in a dangerous or difficult situation. You are inquisitive and often ask others why this, why that, or just plain why. Multitasking is a breeze for you. Uh, Thank you. That's a good word. It's a mimo, right? Or mimo? Just I want to be correct of the pronunciation. Mimo. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we are lucky to have this mind to understand, to analyze, to draw conclusion. Definitely, as a human being, we are so lucky. And it's our instinct or like a natural force to try to understand, especially new things. And as you said, we can use the same mind to understand new things also to avoid danger. Yeah. Mimo Mei. Okay. You put Chinese. Mei means beauty, beautiful, pretty, beautiful having a pleasing appearance or attractive qualities, splendid, impressive in appearance or quality. Totally agree with you. You see, now it's late spring or early summer. Everything is beautiful, especially in nature. Flowers, right? So beautiful. Even young ladies, or I mean, ladies. Sometimes I consider ladies, especially beautiful ladies. I mean, at least physical appearance of flowers. Yeah, I look them that way. Beautiful, organic, humanistic flowers. They're so beautiful. I mean, age is not a problem. When I look at the old lady, instantly I will think this old lady was young before. Danny is a flower. Yeah, no one resist can resist the beauty of a flower. No one. That's why we like to plant flowers, right? And right in the flower, there's a beauty. And we human, we are looking for uh, beautiful stuff. Truth is a kind of beauty too. Truth, truth is beautiful. That's why I put on this topic. Wisdom is beautiful. Wisdom is beauty. Yeah. And the memo you said is one of the wisdom. The analytical, uh, if you can click the five wisdoms, I think the third one, or the fourth wisdom, here we call it the wisdom of investigative awareness. Or in Sanskrit, we call Pratyavekṣaṇa-jñāna. Sorry, my poor Sanskrit. I just paste it here. It's so beautiful. Buddha's teaching is so simple and beautiful. So the fourth wisdom in the Wikipedia link I just put at the beginning of this chat. Yeah, the wisdom of investigative awareness that perceives the specificity, specificity. Okay, the uniqueness of dharmas. Yeah. So it's like a scientist, study the stars, study the planet, or a scientist studies the atoms, molecules. Specific, specificity, specificity. I think. Thank you. English is still my second language after almost 20 years in Canada. Still improving. Specificity, yeah. So beautiful. Like now, like you know how to play musical instrument. That's kind of a speciality or ability, right? You invest some time and energy into the study of music. That's beautiful. And everyone has a little bit, speciality. I'm an acupuncturist, so I'm good at putting needles on patient, and and people pay me. Strange. You will send me a new video. I've played outside with a friend for the first time in the public on the street at a piano guitar. I play some big guitar too, but I stopped. Sometimes I play. Yeah, I know. When I was young, when I was university, there was a blind man, like a folk singer, very good at guitar too, a blind man. So he travels to our city, and one of my friend was very fond of playing guitar. So they become friends, and that's why I become friends with them too. And the blind man now he's very popular now in China. Um, he went to the street to play guitar, and people pay for him. So he need a company to help him, transportation and set up the stuff, right? A speaker, you know. Yeah, I help him sometimes. And one son, $1. At that time, like 20 years ago, is a good money. Yeah, it's a good memory for me. And the music has such a direct influence or impact on the human mind. Just a couple of notes, it echoes in our heart and mind. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Mhm. That's why music was so attractive. Yeah, it's so nice to play guitar. The chords, so beautiful. So actually, if you have that guitar, you can pick it up and listen. If you hear music in you and then try to play that, very simple beginnings. I agree. I agree. Yeah, sometimes I improvise, but it also relies on techniques. The rhythm, every note may be different. It requires a little bit techniques too, but the major part is from the heart. That I understand. Sometimes I just like hymn. So without any Like using my hands, I just hymn. Like just like a pop song or any song or just any notes. Yeah, yeah, I like to sing. Like to sing too. It's it's an expression for sure. An expression of beauty, of discovering the beauty, of gratitude or appreciation, love. Yeah, yeah, love songs. Yeah. When I was young, I like calligraphy too. In Chinese calligraphy. Actually, I like poem. Yeah, sometimes I just pick up something to, especially the classic one, right? The classic poem or calligraphy or guitar or the piano. I mean, I can listen to some pieces, right? Yeah, or even sutra. You see, poetry. Yes, to see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wild flower. To hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in one hour. Yeah, that's a poetry, right? Yeah, William Blake's. That's something echoed in me. In my understanding, William Blake was an enlightened being. He see the holographic picture or totality, to see a world in a grain of sand. That's a total picture. Like Hideo Kojima. I will Google it later. His game. Yes. Yeah. Beauty is everywhere. Beauty is everywhere. As William Blake can see a world in grain of sand, then definitely a heaven in a white flower. Yeah. We are in the heaven right now. That's the realization. And to hold infinity in the palm of a hand. Infinity is right here now in every coordinates of space-time. In every coordinates of space, and immortality or eternity is in every coordinate of time. So it's a realization. It's an actualized knowledge. That's a freedom too. That's an awakening. So awakening contains a lot of discoveries. The, the original beauty, the original face, the original freedom, the original perfection, the original completeness. Okay, Hideo or Kojima. Okay, that's the Japanese name. Good. Makes mysterious art. Okay. He is a Japanese game developer, made the games Metal Gear and Solid and Death Stranding. I once looked at the wildflower not knowing the name, and I actually thought about everything is in here. And later, soon after I saw that poem, cool. You see light sparks, awakening sparks, and sparks in every mind. That was a big miracle. Yes. Miracle. We are miracles. We have 50 trillion cells that know how to work, how to digest, how to, think. That's a miracles. Yeah, biology is a miracle. And we know how to immune, how to digest, how to output energy, how to the basic functions, like you can type, I can speak, you can listen, you can watch, are miracles actually. But we took it for granted. That's all. Awakening is you appreciate. We start appreciate very basic things. Make sense? Once we started appreciate very fundamental things, we will appreciate more when there's a flower in the garden, while you met a beautiful lady in the humanity. Definitely. It's called scream on the cakes, right? Once you can see the beauty in the fundamental things, you will see like creams on the cakes. My expression is right? Let's double check here. My English should be improved. The icing on the cake, yes. So you see more icing on the cake. If we can find beauty in the fundamental elements. Yeah. That's called awakening. So Sadhguru once said, it's not about to be a Superman. It's all about to be a human is super. You see, all the wise men has the same understanding. It's not about to become a Superman. It's all about to be a human is super. You see? That's from Sadhguru, the wise yogi, still alive. Yeah, I'm just fooling around. Yeah, we are fooling around right here. We are playing around. We are having fun. And in the play, we are involving or understanding. And yeah, that's all. To have more specific speciality, like you are good at guitar, I'm good at acupuncture, maybe next life I'm good at painting or whatever, or writing, I don't know. And we are building up all the momentums until the moment of full enlightenment. Yeah, that's my desire, undesirable desire, or a desireless desire. So tricky. I understand that well. what he said. Cool. Yeah. You know, we echoed and we relayed the wisdoms. And the whole human life is kind of discovering the wisdoms, the techniques, the convenient techniques, art, music, literature, poetry, painting, science are all the convenient techniques to discover the original perfection and completeness. That's a total picture. He's just a man and he's saying what comes to him and doing what Shiva wants him to do. Yeah, Shiva. Eventually God. Yes, the universal unified field that is originally complete and perfect, while manifested in this seemingly incomplete and imperfect form named Dong and named Jimmy. But once you recognize your perfection and completeness, you are Shiva. We are representatives of Shiva. That's called awakening. There's no bragging to say that we are part of God, right? Actually, this is it's not no, it's a confidence. It's for this recognition, like we are part of this eventual God or Shiva or Buddhahood. The universal mom or the ultimate truth welcome us to recognize him. That's it's kind of lost child coming home, and to coming home is such a beautiful recognition or journey, uh, and it's always here and now. I heard a voice once, very strong. I me a bit angry thought saying, "I am a god." No doubt, Jimmy. You are so young. You have this kind of realization already. You are. Yeah, even God is not full definition of who you are. Who you are. You are. You could be anything. Yet you're free from anything, or even God. You see, you are. I am. We are. That's a freedom. Actually, that's the first wisdom. So we talked about this fourth wisdom in investigative awareness. The first wisdom is the Dharmadhatu wisdom. You realize you're one with the ultimate, with God, with Buddha, with all the enlightened beings. We are standing in the same field, in the same ground. There is also a devil who wanted to be God. I hear that devil too. Well, God made the disguised as devil to to test you, to test everyone. It's a disguise. It's in the carnivals, I think people wear masks, right? masks of demons or whatever, devils. So underneath that mask of demon is a God, is a beauty, and we have that ability to recognize it, to penetrate. You see, to penetrate the apparent outlook and understand the depth underneath that mask or superficial reality. There's a deep reality. Well, last time he said, okay, place your hand over your eye. I did so, and then he said, do you swear allegiance to Saturn? My voice said no, and then he went, okay, and then my hand went down. Yes. So in Buddha's teaching, it's all the play of alaya. Alaya, the storehouse that stores everything, good, bad. And the Buddha's teaching is that we can transform this God, devil, beauty, ugly, this duality into one taste, sameness. And we have that power of transformation. And it's an innate ability. That's a beautiful teaching of Buddha. It's authentic. Sometimes we may derail. We may derail ourselves because the infinity contains infinite information. Sometimes we may lose ourselves in the vast expression of this infinity. So we need authentic teaching. We need really authentic, truth, teaching of truth. That's why I appreciate Buddha. There is pitfalls in the path of awakening. And this reminds me a metaphor. It's like, if you have a mirror, so there's light going to this mirror and there's a reflection of that light. If the mirror just have very minor, turn, and the light will change a little bit, right? But if it's a very close range, like 100 meters, even, you don't see very much difference of that travels of light. I mean, the difference of light change from that minor angle difference. But if you go very long, like 10, I give you 10 kilometers, 100 kilometers, that difference will be huge in a long distance. Do you follow? So in this way, because infinity has so how to say, in a very subtle scale, it may change very little bit, like a nanometer, a nano angle of change may seems very little difference in a close range, but in a very long way, like 100 kilometers away from this little turn of the mirror, there will be a huge difference. So in this way, we need authentic teaching. Buddha is the authentic teaching. That's why I appreciate him so much. That's why we have the masters. We need knowledge of teaching. You see, that's the value of knowledge teaching. It help us to, you know, to correct our route in the path of awakening. Sometimes we are away from that authentic teaching. We need correct us on track, on the authentic track. Have you read the website blog? I didn't. Sorry, I didn't. I'm sure there's a lot of wisdom there. To tell the truth, I'm more reading the sutras now because it's an actualized knowledge. There's so many different teachings on the YouTube, on website, and so many manifestations. But I do think there's different understanding of the ultimate, and everyone has some understanding compare with to that for this ultimate truth, because it's the ultimate. So relative mind may. I'm more on the more ultimate truth now. You know, once awakened mind, like Sadhguru. I watch Sadhguru YouTubers a lot because from his words, I can understand he's very authentic. And there's a lot of different teachings of authentic teachings. Yeah, he's like a pure mind without any defilement. It even transcends the impure and the pure. And sometimes we learn from others. That's one way. And now more time, I'm apply this knowledge, understanding into everyday life, into every moment. And we need both way. Once we enter the room of enlightenment, all the experience and study will become infinite. That's why sometimes I said to see the truth is the first step. To see the ultimate picture is the first step. Once we can see it, we will not lose it. You know, there are some people spend a lot of years of meditation, a lot of years of following master or following lineage, but they don't get the total picture. That's pity. You see, after many years of attempts or studies, they still cannot get the picture, the total picture. It's a pity. And I watch a lot of YouTube channels. I mean, all the different teachings. Sometimes people, even the teachers or wise men, they spend a lot of time talking about the preliminary stuff. You see, wisdom, for example, wisdom is the essential teaching of Buddha. Why not we just focus on the wisdom, like emptiness, like impermanence, like non-self, instead of wasting a lot of time in a sitting meditation, and you don't have the picture yet, and you study a lot of sutras, you don't get a picture. Why we just get directly to the call? I listened to some Q&As, Q&A, question and answers. Some practitioners' question is so away from the core teaching, but as a courtesy or as a politeness, the teacher has to answer that question. Then we waste like 10 minutes, 20 minutes to answer a question that is irrelevant to the wisdoms. It's, I saw a lot of on YouTube, but anyway, it takes time. I understand sometimes it takes time. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I will try in my best way to get to core teaching first. That's why I have a face-to-face workshop here in Vancouver. Not too many, but I always bring them to the core of a universal truth. It's like if you try to study the ripples of the ocean, you never study the total ocean yet. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. So my way is we can study a ripple or a current in the ocean, but sometimes we just zoom out, step back to study the ocean. Yeah, that's my understanding after years of sharing or teaching online and in person. Sadhguru is nice, but of course not perfect as well. He got angry when confronted with something, telling the camera to be put out. Haha, no worries. Yeah, I mean, once you awaken does not mean that you don't become angry anymore. Angry or anger may become the master's teaching method. So, but we should be careful. In other words, the master is angry, but I mean, like Sadhguru may be angry outside, but he's still calm inside. He using that anger to teach or to how to say, to help. You see? Anger could be used by masters. So it's become a tool in your toolbox. Why not? Are you a DIY person? In your toolbox, you have hammer, you have nails, knots, and joints, right? You use all the tools to fix problems. That's all. This was a different case. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes we need to be very cautious. It's an egoic attempt or a wise attempt or non-egoic attempt or action that should be confirmed by the inner stillness. There is an identification of that behavior or no. He really knew they had something on him that time, but hey, who doesn't have done anything bad? So it's okay. Yeah, we are human beings, right? He's also learning still. Yeah. The whole process is learning. And there's no limit of learning. We are learning. We're learning from each other. And there's no each other. Crazy. Yeah, the wisdoms. Nowadays, I'm contemplate on wisdoms more to find wisdoms in everyday life to apply the Buddha's teaching into everyday life. And wow, you see, it's so true. The blog is really good. Okay, now it's your second time to remind me. I will take a look, Jimmy. Maybe it's God talking to me now. Yeah. At least I will try to improve my English, right? To use different words and terminology. Yeah. And everyone is so special in expressing the ultimate truth. So many to learn. Yeah. Yeah. Speak very simple. But, it's better we can use different words, you know, synonyms or antonyms, antonyms to express same situation or complicated situations I like it's learning. Why not, right? It's like we are drafting a story or a scenario with different brushes, different size, different texture. Why not? Like you're doing your music with different instruments and the combination of different instruments is fun. Yeah, language or is fun. Yeah, to express how to express yourself, how to express the truth with simple words, with easy understanding words. That's an art. That's why I studied sutras. How they translate or express the ultimate truth in a relative words or relative scenario. more nuance, yeah, broader horizon, open mind. Wow, you're teaching me. Thank you, Jimmy. One example about a quote from Buddha, and what God says: "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." Yeah, in the blog. Okay. Yeah, no one is polishing us. We are punished by ourselves, by our ignorance. Yeah, ignorance. Wisdom is the antidote of the ignorance. If you're if you're not ignorant, you don't need wisdom either. Uh, the spiritual world does not punish. On the contrary, God and the spiritual world only practice love and compassion and understanding. I I agree. I agree. Though there's a laws of the cosmos that matters, which cannot be denied, even not by God. Yeah, laws of karma, karmic force. How could it be otherwise? A cosmos without laws. Yeah, we need no laws, right? We can obey and follow to have a normal life and later on to have a wise life. So man does this thing, cherishes and nurtures his attachments, wallows in his ad- addictions, and comes to a dear end, a dread end, or what? A dear end? Okay. Yeah, agree, Jimmy. There's, yeah, there's in Buddha's teaching, there's only one thing. How could it be otherwise? Oh, okay. And God sees to in love and with patience, men following out of free will his path, and most of the time going as high as possible and experiencing them the consequences of the actions. Yeah. And God sees how man has put into operation a law of the cosmos, experience the consequences, and then squeaks, why me? Why me? Could be a lucky me, and a bad me, a good me. Why me? A chosen one, the awakened one. You are the Neo. I'm the Neo. Why me? In a good sense. Yeah. Why me? You see, this question is asked by same person, by the same God. God plays with God Himself. God disguised as you, as me, but we are in a one field of God. And once you recognize you're one with God, your job, your mission is done. So there's no separation. But you can disguise as a man again, you know, underneath you're God, but on the superficial level, you are a man or you're a woman. You see, you play. God plays in the forms and names. But thank God, the spiritual world then is already stand by with her guidance and remedies. I would say spiritual world is in the heaven. God's place disguised as humanity is a way to recognize himself. I mean, God want to know himself, or there's no separation between a spiritual world and heaven. It's one thing. That's from Buddha's teaching. You see, every word we are talking about here, there's a duality, there's a dual. It's dual. But we use this duality to speak about non-duality. It happens in every moment, in every space and time. For anyone who recognizes this, you are awakened one. And you can play in the world. You can play in the dualities, yet you're totally free from duality. Make sense? The world is in heaven, is created in heaven by our individual mind. For the laws of cosmos provide as well for redemption and grace, liberation and absolute perspective for every human beings. Anyway, yes. You see, God is so kind. He makes human to play in the world, experience in the world. Anyone who awakened to the God or to the heaven is, how to say, that's his original design of the design. Okay, that's the purpose of the God's original design. He makes Adam and Eva to play, for them to understand the goddess in them already. Anyone who play in the world recognize the goddess in themselves back to the heaven. That's the original design. That's his ultimate design. Then you can play as you want. There's no heaven, there's no world. Okay? There's no ignorance, there's no wisdom. There's only suchness. There's only suchness. Tathatā. All the laws you talk about, all the karmic laws, all the scientific laws, electromagnetic field laws, gravity pull laws, any laws is a some more like a design by God. And now even Einstein tried to transcend the four fundamental forces, use one force to unite all the different forces. You see? The world, the subdivision of the science, is in oneness of the science. I have looked up about dualism and picked this out of duality and labeling others as the enemy or past stations in the long run, and you can see through them and stop losing yourself by listening to your hearts and living and working with humor. Yes, that's why we are here. We are studying the dualistic world by our non-dual hearts and teaching others or sharing our understanding. Because we can live in a dualistic world, but our heart is non-dual. And there's no duality between this non-dual and dual. Okay. Non-duality and duality is non-dual. That's the beautiful things. As a human mind, we can investigate and draw a conclusion like Nagarjuna did 100,000 years ago. Nagarjuna negate. He used negations. There's no separation between I and everything is not I. There's no separation between subject and object. There's no separation between non-duality and duality. You see? Conclusion, period. Everything, then if you can draw this conclusion, it contains infinite information. Duality and labeling are helpful. We are using a dualistic or dual world, dualistic words. Words are dualistic to talk about non-duality. Why not? Words or literature is our tool in our toolbox. We are playing. We are having fun. Don't take your own views so seriously. Maybe you are wrong. How bad can that be? Laugh away a little more. Laugh your conversation up. Laugh at yourself. Yeah, laughter. Letting go. Letting go is a fundamental, how to say, element of awakening. Is a first step of awakening. You can let go your person, your body, let go your mind, let go all your judgments, let go our preconditions, let go our concepts, let go I'm a great doctor, let go I'm a poor man, let go I'm so successful, I'm so rich, let go I'm so poor in terms of money. No, let all the duality go. That's a fundamental line of awakening. What happens after letting go? You will discover. you already discovered. Yeah, don't take your own view so serious. Nothing is serious, okay? Nothing matters eventually. You know who sing that song? Nothing really matters. I so forgot. I mean the Queen, right? Nothing. The Queen. Yeah. Yeah. I tried calling Danny, so she let the phone ring a few times. No matter. I smelled fire. I smelled love. So perhaps it's a demon. Demon maybe is a very strong word. Maybe it's the habits. Okay, it's the tendencies. Maybe we can use tendencies. Habitual tendencies. Everyone does have a little bit. Joker, why so serious? Madonna, nothing really matters. Love is all we need. Everything I give you, all comes back to me. Yeah. I really smell. You can go if you want. I mean, yeah. I smell love. A scorching love. A love on fire. Crazy. Yeah, maybe at the end we just show our gratitude to everything, to everyone, to every experience, especially to Buddhas, to sages, to the awakened one. I have experience with smelling fire before. Sometimes people or entities, I guess, might put an invisible fire barrier. I smell it at graveyards. Okay. You smell like dog. I mean, you're very sensitive. That's good. Near windows of houses when a black cat crossed road. Okay. You are an angel to me. You can cure people with your power. You can cure. You can heal. I have smelled cancer before. It's a woman. Oh. Use that talent to heal people. To yeah. I wish I could like smell like you. Wow, love. Wow, hatred. Uh, yeah, that's your talent. That's ability. That's your special way to serve. A smell of danger, a smell of unpleasant. But if you are pleasant, if you're luminous inside, then you can transform every situation. I know it's easy to say, hard to do, but it maybe become your purpose of life here. You use your ability, you use your ability and the situation from that ability to cultivate your wisdoms, your strength, and your power. You see, you change your perception to look at the scenarios. I was present, so when smelled that she died at the ring, okay, I said, yes, I have her attention. That's good. Yeah. Definitely it becomes your experience and from your ability, I mean, by your ability, I put needles on people and people pay me. And sometimes from that interaction, I learn, you know, we learn from experience. We learn from the seemingly opponent or friend. It's a beautiful design. You see, it's a beautiful design from the first original design, non-dual and then non-duality and duality. From that separation, there's so many different separations. Oh, let it ring. Yeah. It's your choice. It's our choice, right? And every choice leads to different experience. As long as we know that we can be free from every experience, that's okay. So every choice makes sense or make no sense. It doesn't matter, you see, it doesn't matter. Okay, Jimmy, then maybe that's all for today. What's your time now? You're there 9 hours, so should be 10 p.m. Wow. Wow. Two. Okay. Let's cherish this minute. The blog. Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. Third time reminder. I need to check my email, to look at my reminders. Have a good day then. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye now.